Early mornings, all part of the Dakar day. The first riders were at the start of the liaison at 5 AM to cover 159k before the start of the special. First off today, yesterday's winner Ricky Brabeck, but the American wasn't that pleased about yesterday's victory.
Yesterday we tried to ride conservative and really take care of our body, our machine, the road book, and I was hoping to finish where I should have finished, but you know, unfortunately there's a couple penalties and now we're opening stage 2.
Which was a 430k special, mainly on boulder fields and closed tracks to Alula, with some decisive dunes along the way. For anyone who's new to Rally Raid, the reason Ricky didn't want to lead out is the riders who go off first have to navigate to the waypoints and the finish themselves. Not easy. Finishing lower means the next day you can use the tracks of the riders in front to help. Ricky's fears were realised. Plotting his route meant he lost about 7 minutes. Skylar Howes has the advantage of an extra handlebar compared to his rivals. He harnessed the power of the Tash to comb his way through the hairier sections. His face lace didn't quite win him the race, he finished third, but his top lip toupee is way ahead of the rest. Sebastian Bühler is the name we don't get to mention much in our highlights. Starting his 4th Dakar, the German suffered a broken femur at the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge in 21, which kept him off the bike for nearly a year. A first podium for him, definitely the best result of his career so far. Talking of career best results, Mason Klein proved today that yesterday's super impressive ride was no fluke. The Bass World KTM youngster, racing in Rally GP class for the first time, led for the final 4 waypoints of the special and brought it home despite receiving a 2-minute penalty for speeding for the second consecutive day.
No, I want to win. Who doesn't want to win, right? Of course, but I think it's hard to win. It's like I don't want to celebrate because anything can happen, you know? Like, just be so bummer if it changes, but if it stays, I'm super happy.
It is hard to win, Mason, but if you want to win, you have to win, right? He did win and leads overall. The top 10 has a big name look about it now, but congrats again to Seb Bühler who sneaks in. Original by Motul, the true heart of the Dakar, where each rider has 0 assistance, is being led by South African Sharon Moore in his 2nd participation. He's been top all 3 days so far. It looks like we'll be seeing Manuel Andujar and Alexandre Giroux battling plenty over the next 2 weeks. Today they were wheel to wheel until 47k from the finish, when a problem for the Argentine handed victory to the world champ. As the saying goes, revenge is a dish best served on a quad. The Argentine lost 8 minutes today, meaning Giroux is back on top overall. Copetti, runner-up today and up to 3rd. The views on the Dakar are simply wonderful, for us the viewers and the competitors alike. But the reality of competing is not always so sublime.
Difficult first day?
Yeah, so I can imagine the next 15.
C'est sûr qu'on a fait les choses
à notre temps.
Très bien. Je pense qu'il n'est pas une chose terrible, horrible.
Maybe
the race is finished, but okay.
Maybe the Tibra is not the rocket.
Father and son teams. I wonder if we'll ever see Carlos Sainz squared at the Dakar.
I followed him on the helicopter. The first time I arrived to him, he had to stop for a puncture. So I said, okay, better I leave because I'm giving him bad luck or something. And from there on, I saw him pushing flat out to the finish to catch up the time, and seeing him win this stage was ideal. I could tell that he was happy. My mom, me, my girlfriend, we were all super happy. So yeah, a great day, to be honest.
It's a bit more motivation for me. It's lovely of the family to come and support me.
As winners yesterday, Sainz and Cruz were first to go and to navigate a treacherous special.
It's going to be a difficult stage, lots of stones. You have to go fast, but you have to get to the end of the stage in one piece.
Last night we had heavy rain that damaged the pass. So now we are working to make it bigger and we hope to finish.
Those problems with the route through the boulder fields and canyons made things very complicated indeed for several drivers, including one of the big race favourites, Sebastian Loeb, who was watching his dream of becoming Dakar champion fade.
It's basically dead. Second day, it's already done. I couldn't go any slower. I couldn't go any slower than I was going. It's ridiculous.
Loeb lost an hour and 26 minutes, but he wasn't the only one. Gerland Chicherit found himself in the Shingle-type stones, stuck after 99k and out of options.
There's nothing we can do. We have to wait for the truck. It's finished for us. That's how it is. Game over.
Despairing, dejected, downhearted, disconsolate, defeated. Demoralising Dakar. There didn't seem to be any such trouble for Carlos Sainz, who along with co-driver Lucas Cruz navigated their way from opening the stage to finish in third. You might remember the name Eric van Loon from the prologue. He rolled his car, but today negotiated his way back brilliantly, eventually finishing second by just 14 seconds to reigning champion Nasser al-Attiyah, the Qatari driver second through the start gate but first at the finish.
I'm happy, you know, because I need to make a good time today, because otherwise we are start to lose. 5 minutes is good, yes, I'm quite happy, and tomorrow it will be another day, and we try to make a same today.
A more than decent stage for Toyota. They have 3 in the top 10 now, but there are 2 Audis still there. A very bad day for BRX. Last year's 2-wheel drive winner Mathieu Serradori, 4th today, up to 3rd. The T3 drivers knew what they were going to have to contend with. They'd already seen the trouble the cars were in. Chaleco Lopez led out after his stage win yesterday, and if you were in any doubt why the cars struggled so much, imagine driving over this in your Toyota Prius hybrid. Almost perfecto, Chaleco beat Quintero, but Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh made it a Red Bull top 3. Guthrie has abandoned the last 2 Dakars, but today's stones and dunes no obstacle for the son trying to emulate his legendary dad. Quintero doing exactly what he said he'd do, keeping it steady after 2 stages. Yesterday, a dramatic late-night T4 twist saw Rokas Pachuska penalised 15 minutes. Eric Goxal promoted to become the youngest Dakar stage winner in history. But today, Dad Marek took charge of both the stage and the overall classification. But his brother and son aren't even in the top 3 anymore. How very disappointing. A bit more time for the truckers out there tonight. How long do you reckon you'll still be sorting your kids' cars out for? Martin van der Brink's son Mitchell is 20, but still needed a tyre from Dad today. Martin, though, still made it home in 3rd. Janus van Kasteren was slapped with a penalty after the provisional results had him taking a first ever Dakar victory. He settled for 2nd. And so Alice Loprice celebrated the win in his Praga. It's his 10th stage, but a first since 2018. The Czech driver moves to the top of the standings, but the day's big loser was Martin Macic, who lost over an hour and slips right down. If patience is a path of gold, perseverance is a way paved with diamonds. Today, frustration was a path covered in stones, and despondency a way caked in sand. And the Dakar way? Well, the Dakar way is all those things and more. And we'll be back for more tomorrow. Make sure you join us.